Hello, and welcome to another Rouge unit of the week. And today we're taking a look at the ZTQ-62G. Chinese Type 62 is basically just a Chinese Type 59 converted into a light tank, and a Type 59 basically being a Russian T-54. The reason for this tank is the PLA saw that they needed tanks to be usable in the southern regions of China, which has much more rough terrain. And they basically achieved this conversion by making the tank a little less longer, removing quite a lot of armor. The frontal glaciers only having 35mm of armor compared to roughly 200 of the Type 59, and downgrading the gun from a 100mm to an 85mm gun. For all of these changes, the Type 62, the base model, would weigh roughly 21 tons, where the Type 59 would weigh 36 tons. You would first see combat usage during the Second Indochina War, as the PLA would end up supplying the North Vietnamese army with a couple hundred of these tanks. In actual combat usage, they didn't perform all that great for a variety of reasons, one of the main ones being is that the inadequate armor did not protect it from infantry anti-tank weapons. The Type 62 would end up being exported to a whole heap of countries such as North Korea, Cambodia, Bangladesh, etc. The Chinese would end up going through a lot of modernization programs for this tank. Just to skip to the more modern day, in the early 2000s they'd go ahead with the Type 62G program, the G standing for Guy, which means improved, where they basically replaced the turret and the gun with a 105mm gun, and also with the new turret it had improved fire control and stabilization systems. In game, the ZTQ-62G is a 60-point recon tank available to the People's Liberation Army, and it has two weapons. So you have the 105mm cannon with 34 rounds of ammunition, with 2.2 kilometer range, 50% accuracy, 35% roll on the move, 17 AP, 3 HE, and 8 rounds a minute fire. It's a pretty damn good cannon, especially considering the price of the tank itself. And then you have a 50 caliber machine gun. Up down to miscellaneous stats, it has 8 frontal armor, 3 at side, 2 at back, and 2 on the top. 10 HP, medium size, very good optics with a speed of 60 km off-road, 110 on the road, medium stealth, a fuel autonomy of 500 km, it is a prototype, and it is available to mechanized armored marines and motorized decks. So in battle, Chinese tanks like the ZTQ-62G are frankly some of my favourite tanks in the game, and I need to spend some more time talking about some of these Chinese vehicles, as all of them, or a lot of them, have the trait of being glass cannons. They can hit above the rate for the price, but they don't have all that much armor, and the ZTQ-62G is no exception. For 60 points, the armor penetration capabilities of this tank definitely allow it to hit above its rate. You can deal with medium to heavier style tanks pretty, don't want to say easily, but you do have a pretty good shot. And also, considering this is a reconnaissance tank, you can spot those tanks before they can spot you, but more importantly, you have that stealth benefit, allowing you, under certain circumstances, to shoot at enemy tanks when they can't see and shoot back at you, which gives this tank a very useful tank destroyer capability. It also has relatively good mobility, which helps you in that hit and run tactic. And really you just have to fly like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Because of only 8 frontal armor, well, it's enough to survive at least one shot from some mid-range tanks, but you don't exactly want to be shot at to begin with. But this tank really shines in Red Dragon Motorized, as Motorized Gang is the best bloody gang. As it's been a recon vehicle and Motorized getting benefits to the recon tab, that extra XP goes a long way, and it still gives you a good amount of firepower, as well as some of the other tank destroyers available for China, to allow you to compete on the ground extremely well compared to even some more armored style decks. Overall, this is a good bloody tank. It's pretty much a must-take in any sort of Red Dragon or Chinese deck when available, just due to its cost efficiency. And really, the ZTQ-62G is one of those OG, quote-unquote, OP recon tanks. Before the Dutch Leopard, before the Finnish T-55, and before the much-dreaded Yugoslavian Mirage tank, there was a ZTQ-62G, and it got the job done pretty damn well. And, well, on that note, I'm going to leave it off at that. This has been another Angry unit of the week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as usual, please just take it easy.